What's up, guys? It's Wednesday live Q&A. Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? It's been a little bit doing the live on YouTube. I did a live last night on my Instagram. We did a really late live. I went for a walk with the pup at like 3:15 in the morning, and actually there was a lot of people watching for some reason at 3 in the morning. There was a thunderstorm. There's been thunderstorms all day today too here. Hello. What are some cheap home cleaning products that are vegan? Cruelty free and vegan. You know, a lot of times you can make your own. You can look up recipes to make your own cleaning products. Like citrus, vinegar, stuff like that. I'm not a professional on cleaning products. Actually, I was planning on cleaning my house after this. I got a vacuum. The dogs get a lot of hair, especially this time of year when they're shedding. There's hair everywhere. So I got a vacuum, like literally, I should be vacuuming twice a day. But, you know, every couple days I vacuum. It's crazy how much hair they shed. 2 German Shepherds. Travis is on time today. I'm glad you guys all got the notification. I was reading your mind. You know, I've had a lot of synchronicities and coincidences come up lately, like crazy. Just really weird ones. I think of something. Oh, you know, I drew. I think the craziest one is. I wonder if I could find it. You got to see this. This is. I gotta go through my phone though, real quick. So keep me busy while I go through my phone. So yeah, I was doodling on this notepad that I have. It was at my parents' house. My dad was like, "Here, take this with you," because this notepad was, I guess it was mine when I was a little kid, because I've got drawings in it from when I was a little kid, literally, quite literally. Here I am. There's Donald Duck that I drew like when I was a little kid. But anyway, he told me to take it home with me. There's an eagle I drew when I was like 6. I didn't realize how old this was, but I was doodling. I always doodle when I have notepad in front of me. You know, when I was on work conferences, everything, I would doodle. And the other day, I messed it all up with everything else that I did on this, but I just want to show you. I just had a vision of some mountains and some trees and a river and everything. So I started drawing it. Never mind the rest of the stuff, because after I drew it, I didn't like it, so I started doodling other things. But anyway, if you can see, I drew a mountain and the trees and the river, and then I decided to put a little campfire over there, and then a bear, and then some chess pieces up here, a plane crashing, and up here like a demon hand coming over. But anyway, I want to show you what I saw, what was posted after the fact on Instagram, and I swear to you, this was posted after I drew this. So look at my mountain. There it is. It's got like a little peak and then a little hump on the side. That's what came up. The same mountain, stream, the forest. You gotta be kidding me. I drew that right before this was posted. I don't even know who posted it. Planet Geology posted it. It was in Switzerland. So this is what I was seeing in my mind. I drew it. And then look at that mountain. It's got the same peak and then the little hump on the side as mine. Obviously, mine doesn't look that good, but I mean, that's pretty crazy. I thought when I saw that, I was like, that's amazing. That's exactly what I drew. So, yeah, a lot of coincidences like that have been going on for me. I'll think of a movie that I haven't thought of in so many years, and then all of a sudden it's posted on Facebook or something. So, what about you guys? What's up? What's new? What are we talking about today? I did some remote viewing without even knowing it. That's where I'm going next? I don't think so. Yeah, it is X-Files level stuff, isn't it? You've been having major Mandela effect? Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that. That's nuts. I got to start learning the lottery numbers, don't I? Some berry jam, that sounds good. What's up, Ari? Demon House documentary from a couple years ago. Demon House documentary. I wonder if I saw that. The Demon House. Is that the one where the walls would like kind of like bleed or whatever? Ancient might be from another dimension. Maybe. What kind of Mandela effects have you been experiencing? There's a couple that really are whack for me. Like I clearly remember being a certain way, and it's not anymore. And I say that because I've got an amazing memory, and I would link certain things to pictures and visions and smells and stuff like that, and I knew I would always look at like the book, and then as I get older and I see the Mandela effect, it was never like that. So I question that. There's a couple that I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get why people think that the Monopoly guy always had the monocle, but he didn't, because here's my theory on that one. I think that the Planters Peanut guy has the monocle, and they get those two mixed up. Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures. I guess I didn't see Demon House then. What's everyone cooking this weekend? I don't even know what I'm cooking tonight. Terry, I'm not really sure I don't have any plans for the weekend. You swear to God you were watching the second Dodgeball movie, but just remembered so much being different. Hmm. Yeah, it's weird when that happens, because like you remember it a certain way and then it's different. What up, Mr. Tiger Shark? 77. Oh, any plans for the 4th of July? I don't know, maybe. A friend of mine invited me out to his house. So if I'm not doing anything, I might go out there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's like a perfect location to film like a zombie movie. It's like a log cabin and a lot of land, cornfields. What's up, Alpaca Llama? What's going on? Do I like any black metal? I don't really know the difference between black metal and heavy metal and metal, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know what's what. I like the vegan black metal chef. He makes his own music. As far as metal, like, I don't really remember. I remember getting into a couple things, but I don't even know if it's metal. I'm not the best. I'm not the best expert at what's what in the music genres. Let's see. What did I like? Is under oath Black. That's probably not black metal. That's probably just metal. Um, what's the other one? In Flames. I like In Flames. I don't know if that's black metal. That might just be metal, right? Do I want to see James Gunn's Suicide Squad, the original one? I saw the first. Is there a second one? I saw Suicide Squad. I didn't really care for it. I don't remember if I saw it in the movie theater, but I did. I think I did see it in the movie theater. I didn't really care for it though. Yeah, I'm not very. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't really know metal. They're bordering death metal or something like that. Okay. So I do know some. I do know some metal. But what else? So yeah, I don't. I don't know. I guess I'd have to hear it. I'm not like there's no like certain genre of music. So that's one of the questions I really hate is when people are like, um, it's just a question. I don't hate when people. I just it just when people say, hey, what kind of music are you into? And that's like a very common question. But like for me, it's like I just like I like music from every different genre, I guess. And if I like the song and I like the band, then I like it. But there might be music from the same genre so I don't really have a genre that I like or dislike. I just like music that I like. Really, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It seems easy though. Yeah, I like Rise Against. They're actually vegan, but I don't think they're death metal. I don't know metal either. I like Catatonia. I'm going back because I used to listen to all this music back like when I moved to Florida the second time, and I just had like a ton of music that I downloaded from Napster, and then they shut down Napster. And then I just have all that old music on my computer. You bought the dill pickle mustard at Trader Joe's. Haven't tried it yet. I've been eating it like almost every day. It's really good. You had the best buffalo cauliflower from Whole Foods, Holy Foods. That sounds good. Sounds good right about now. Rebalancer is the lurking moderator. What's the most fun summer trip I've ever taken? Um, you know, I mean, I've gone camping and camping is fun, but um, a recent one that I remember was I went to I went to Montreal. I went up to Montreal, and this is right before the 4th of July, and then over and then down into Maine, visited Bangor, Maine, where Stephen King lived. I don't know if he still lives there. Saw Stephen King's house, saw where they filmed Pet Cemetery, saw the things around the town that inspired him to write so many different horror stories, like the water tower from It, the drain hole from It. I did a whole vlog on it too. And then we went to Portland, Maine, and then back through. I mean, it was a fun trip. It turned into the 4th of July and nothing was open when we were there. So there was really no place to go out to eat. So I think what we did was we went to a grocery store, did like the stuff I used to do as a vegan way back in the day. Just go and buy some rolls and buy some vegan lunch meat and veganese, and then found a picnic table somewhere and made sandwiches, and it was fun. Yeah, well, when I was a kid, we used to go camping. That was fun, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually gone on a vacation. Connor Oberst has been your fave for the past 17 years. Yeah, he probably sings one of the saddest songs ever, right? If Winter Ends. Got a little bright eyes going on. Tom York. Billy Corgan went vegan? I'm just trying to read some of these comments. You saw the Pet Cemetery house? Where's that? Billy came to the Pittsburgh Veg Fest a couple years ago. He was eating a big bowl of pudding. I like going to Pittsburgh to visit the locations where they filmed Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. I did a couple live streams there from those from the cemetery. That was fun. Did some videos and stuff there, reminiscing. Richard wants to know if I've ever tried being a raw vegan or fruitarian. If so, how was my experience? Yes, I was a raw vegan 100% for about 3 or 4 months. And it felt great that I was probably I lost weight. This is when I was eating junk anyway. So I lost weight. I got down to an ideal size. I was probably the fittest I've ever been, and I felt super, super healthy. But there was something about it that psychologically, and this isn't for everybody, for me, I just felt like, I was going to expos and stuff, and there's all this food, and I'm like, nope, can't eat it. It's cooked. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I restricting myself this bad? Because, all this food that I'm restricting, it was like a psychological battle in my head. And, everything was vegan. Like, I don't have this problem being a vegan because there's, I don't miss non-vegan food. But as a raw vegan, I had that struggle where, and then after that, I started doing like, mostly raw, but then like, when I was really craving something, I'd have like a cheat food. And back then it was usually like maybe a spoonful of the chocolate hazelnut almond butter or hazelnut butter from Justin's. I would like take a little bit of that and then just leave the kitchen. And then I just realized, I started eating cooked food again, but I stayed whole foods. And I realized that, that was a very healthy diet if done properly. If you're not, I wasn't starving myself, and I was, eating the right foods and stuff like that. But there was something about it that I was craving. But at the same time, I also realized that as I did this, I stopped craving some of the junk food that I normally craved. And I started craving things like mangoes and watermelon and stuff like that, which was cool. But I didn't like the psychological battle. And I just think that it's easier. Like, I felt no difference by eating cooked food or eating raw food. Personally, I felt just as healthy just eating, vegan whole foods, non-processed foods. But if I cooked them, it showed no difference than if I was not cooking it. So that's my experience. I did videos on this years ago, and I still like today. Let's see. I think usually I have a smoothie. So usually most of my food that I eat throughout the beginning and half of the day is pretty much raw. But what's going on here? What else do we got going on? I hope I answered your question there. Yeah, Hummus Hero. There's a lot of celebrities that go vegan, and then before you know it, they're not vegan anymore, and you're like, what? Yeah, I don't know. There's a handful of celebrities that are vegan that I would never question that they wouldn't be. Like Moby's one of them. Joaquin Phoenix is one of them. These are people that have been vegan for 30 to 40 years that would never not be vegan. But then there's like, I feel like every celebrity went vegan for a little bit and now they're not anymore. What's up, Stacy? How do I feel about the shaming that some other vegans do? I don't like that at all. That's why, part of the reason why I started my channel, because that's something that I owned in on and saw how bad it was all the way back when I first went vegan almost 27 years ago. There was that mentality. I didn't like it. I didn't I understood it. I understand where they're coming from, but I don't like it, and I don't think it works. It might work for some people, but for the majority of people, shaming isn't the way to go. It's just gonna get people to despise you, and then that hurts the cause. So that's why I started this channel, the Vegan Zombie, or my main channel, the Vegan Zombie, because I wanted first and foremost to get people's attention through the entertainment aspect, and then once they came in and maybe tried some of my recipes and then learned about being vegan and how easy it was and the benefits and how animals are treated and all the factors that would properly educate them to go vegan and want to go vegan, make that choice on their own and stay vegan. And the turnover rate has been amazing. We just did some polls on the channel, and it was, you guys all participated, and it was amazing just to think that, what this channel's done, what I've been able to accomplish in the last 12 years. So, yeah. I don't know if Pam Anderson's still vegan. I believe she is. But I don't talk to her that much. And in fact, I don't think I've never talked to her. So I don't know. Tony Romo's turnovers. The peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, they're a hit with the non-vegans. Girls at work wanted the recipe. I told them to go to your channel. Awesome. Thank you. Glad to hear that. There's a who was asking me? Somebody was asking me. Maybe it was one of you guys. Somebody was asking me they were gonna make my pot pie recipe. That's amazing. It's one of like it's a very underrated video, and it's one of my favorite recipes to make. It's so good. It's not raw vegan, but it is delicious. The pot pie. What's up, Feroz? What's up, Deneen? Pot pie does sound so good right now, doesn't it? I'm ready for some dinner. I don't know what I'm going to make, though. I have no idea what I have that down there. Milk, lentils, some fruit, and tofu. Yep. I think I have all of those, too. I've got a whole big thing I've got a couple watermelon. I've got some kiwi. Amy's vegan pot pie. I haven't seen, I love it too, but I haven't seen them around in a very long time. No, I didn't do pot pie with my mom. I did the tuna noodle casserole with my mom because, the vegan version's really good. But when I was a kid, she would make that all the time, and it was disgusting. And I never wanted to eat it, and, ugh. Some of the things that she made when I was little. Oh, what? Yes, it was Julie. Julie was talking about that, and I said, "What you could even make individual little pot pies, like get little like, ceramic like dishes, and then you can make individual pot pies that way, or you can just make the big one. It's super good." I brought all the stuff over. I made the dough ahead of time. I went over to my parents' house and I made them the pot pie, and I'm like, "Enjoy." My mom loved it. What's up, Jennifer? Yeah, watermelon. And last year, all the watermelon I got it just was so bland. It wasn't good at all, no matter what. Every single watermelon I got. And this year, I've only had one, and it was really good. Had all that flavor from last year went to this year. So, yeah, my mom loved the tuna noodle casserole, and I must say it was really good. We used the Good Catch vegan tuna. The pot pies Craig and his family made. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, maybe I think he used my recipe for that. What did I generally eat when I was raw? I ate a lot of watermelon. I started doing dehydrator stuff, and I made some like raw vegan pizzas. There's a video of me making like a crust, and then I made my own like sauce with like tomatoes, peppers, dried tomatoes, different spices, just trying to make it taste delicious, and then put some um, raw vegan cheese and avocado. I don't like avocado warm, but the pizza was not warm because it was raw vegan. So it looked amazing and it tasted amazing. Didn't taste quite like the pizza you're used to having, but nonetheless it was really good. Some of my favorite fruits are watermelon, mango, oranges, any kind of like really sweet or like blood oranges or uh, clementines, all that stuff. The Darian Foods chicken, yes, that's so good. I have a few packs in my freezer. My favorite one that I've had is the breaded one. They're really expensive, but if you've never had it, it's worth it's worth. I mean, they're like $7 a bag, but I think it's worth paying $7 to try it at least once. So pick that up if you can. Again, the breaded one is my favorite. You ordered three watermelon. I have a big half in the fridge, and then I got a whole watermelon out in the pantry. No more room in the refrigerator. What did I eat when I was a child? Good question. I ate all kinds of junk. My mom would make. My mom wasn't. No offense, mom, if you're watching, which you're probably not. She wasn't the best cook, and we would eat stuff like the tuna noodle casserole, and she would just like kind of like go and rotate throughout the week. We'd have hot dogs, we'd have grilled cheese and tomato soup. Um, does anybody remember steakums? We'd have steakums. There were these little thin things of steak that you pulled the parchment paper off and you'd cook them up, and you'd have these like little buns with cheesesteak kind of stuff on that. She'd make fettuccine alfredo, but she would make it in a way that we called it fettuschetti because she just like put like garlic and oil on the noodles and fry it up, and we'd eat that. Maybe I should make that vegan. Actually, I think it was vegan. I don't think she put anything in it that wasn't vegan. It was actually not bad. Mac and cheese, yeah, just stuff like that. And then, of course, snacks. Now, my parents were really strict with the snacks, so we couldn't like just at any time of the day go in the refrigerator. They were really strict. We couldn't just go grab. We would eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we couldn't just be like, oh, I'm just going to open the refrigerator and make food or get a snack like, like I can now as an adult. My parents are so different now than they were when I was little. But anyways, I couldn't do that kind of thing. And sometimes, she would buy like little Debbie's or Hostess, cakes and stuff. And then the only time we would get those was in our lunch when we went to school. So she'd have like the brownie ones or Twinkies or, stuff like that. So I ate, just like the normal thing that you would eat in the 80s, pretty much all junk food. And then when I was 14, I went vegetarian and I stopped eating all the meat. So that was probably the point in time when I started cooking on my own food. And at that point, I just started experimenting in the kitchen and figuring out what I can eat and what I liked. As a vegetarian, I would make rice dishes. I would still make grilled cheeses. I would make pasta and stuff like that. And I think, I would make things with tofu because I was first introduced to tofu the day I went vegetarian. I would make falafel, and that would be like pretty much what I knew at that point. And then when I went vegan, I was a little bit older, and the rest is history. So the McDonald's, is it McDonald's? I think it's McDonald's. Their fries are packed in animal lard. So not even their French fries are vegan. So I think it's Burger King that had the ones that are vegan. And yes, when I was first vegetarian, I used to go to Burger King. And what we would do, because I was so young, I was 14, and I would go out skateboarding with my friends, and we would go skateboarding in the small little town that I lived in, and they had is it a Burger King? Yeah, it's a Burger King. They had a Burger King. It's Burger King, yeah. I don't know, I haven't been there in like 30 years. So anyways, there was a Burger King there, and we would go, and they had this deal, 2 burgers, 2 fries, $2. And we would go skating, and then my buddies and me, we would be like, okay, let's put our money together, and I'll pay $1 and you pay $1, and we'll get the 2 burgers, 2 fries, $2. But we'll say, hey, we want the burger, but don't put the burger on it. Just give us the bun with the lettuce, tomato, onion, and all that stuff, but don't put the burger on it. And this is ridiculous. They'd be like, well, that's going to be extra. And we're like, but we're not getting this is a true story. We said, no, we're not getting the burger. Shouldn't it be at least the same price or cheaper? No, that's going to cost extra. So we had to pay extra to do that. True story. And it didn't just happen once. It happened several times. They would charge us extra to do that. I hope they got their stuff together, because now they sell vegan burgers there. Extra for less food. Yes, they did that. It was so weird. But yeah, a true story. And at one point, and I haven't had them in like decades, and I don't know if they're still vegan, but this was another thing that Burger King, I think it was Burger King, accidentally. It wasn't like on purpose they made them vegan, but they just happened to be vegan. But they had their French toast sticks that were accidentally vegan. So when I was like a brand new vegan, I would often get those and dip them in the maple syrup. You got to remember, there were no vegan places to eat at all back then. And there were no like vegan label. I mean, this is almost 30 years ago. So we would go to, any restaurant we were going to go to wasn't a vegan restaurant. And we would just find accidentally vegan food there, and we would make do with what they had. The French toast sticks are still vegan. Yeah, so those are accidentally vegan. Not healthy for you. They got a lot of junk in them, but no, I've never heard of Burger Chef. No. French toast sticks do sound good right now. I mean, I could make my own just French toast and like slice them into sticks and then put them back in a toaster or the air fryer. Ooh, I got a new recipe video, guys. I got to do that. Somebody's going to do it now. And you know that I called it. Somebody else, some other vegan YouTuber is going to do what I just said before I do it. They're going to do it within the next couple weeks too. So you heard it here first. Yeah, I've had the So Delicious ice cream sandwiches. But the original, the OG ice cream sandwiches were the tofutti ones. The tofutti cuties. I mean, I basically just gave you the recipe. You just make my French toast recipe, cut them, put them in the air fryer, make them crispy. We're doing it. We're going to do it. We're gonna go back to an old recipe. I kind of want to do it right now. Nope, I'm eating good. I'm going to do it. I need to do it all faster, yeah. I did do a French toast video. It's one of my favorite videos, too. There's a lot of zombies in it. It's one of my most cinematics. I did my best visual effects in that one, too. Yeah, the So Delicious ice cream sandwiches are good. I mean, we're talking about vegan ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, they're good. You see the little pup behind me. I'm not even going to say his name right now. I do have an air fryer, yes, Oren. I use it pretty much daily. It's a Chefman air fryer. I haven't tried the Just Egg Bites. How was my trip? The trip was good. I'm still editing more videos. I've already posted the first video. The reason why it's taken me so long for the second one is because I have been working day and night on stuff for the movie. I've been working on going over the script, fine-tuning the script, and while I'm doing that, making a shot list, which took forever. So I had to go to each scene and do, the different shots that are going to be in the scene and how they're going to be done. And that takes a long time. I think there was around 130 scenes, and I had to go through each one meticulously. So, but in doing so, I was able to, give another revision to the script. It's like every time I look at it, there's more. Like, it's one of those things where, when you're editing a video, you think you got a masterpiece, but you can always do a little bit more every time. So every time I go through it, I'm like, you know what? I don't like the way this reads. I'm just gonna change this around, and I've done quite a bit to it. So it's even better now than it was a month ago. But yeah, that took up a lot of time. I wasn't able to really do anything on Twitch or anything, put out any videos yet. But I'm working on a video that I've been working on today from my second destination on my trip. La Grand Taco or LA Grand Taco? They put butter in their beans. Sometimes there's lard in the beans too. But something simple like that they could just be vegan and everybody could eat there. There's certain places I have done the tofu in the air fryer. Yes. I actually like the tofu. The tofu in the air fryer comes out really good. If you just take some tofu and chop it up and you put it in the air fryer for a good, 15, 20 minutes, and then you take it out, it's going to be all nice and dry and crispy. Then you shake it around in some sauce or stir fry it or something, give it some more flavor and stuff like that. A So Delicious dipstick. Do you guys remember when So Delicious was called Soy Delicious? They changed their name. Mike, yeah, the restaurant in Dallas, Bell's Restaurant, amazing. If anybody's ever in Dallas, definitely go to Bell's. And we got another restaurant review coming up as soon as I get done editing it. Yes, my dog is here. Did I ever post a video for my barbecue tofu? I don't. I think we did shish kebabs a long time ago on the grill. But did I use tofu or tempeh? I don't remember. I've got so many videos, literally hundreds of videos. Sometimes I can't remember what one was which. Just kidding, I can remember everything. Yeah, I think it's we did a grilling tempeh shish kebab. But we got so many different tofu. I owe you guys a tofu, another tofu video, because I just got to get the time to do it with everything else I'm doing. I need two of me. For me, tempeh is a whole different story. You really gotta go through more of a process with tempeh, or else, to me, it doesn't taste as good. No, I heard about that video where Richard talks about whoever that is trying to feed the dog. We talked about it, and I think last week we talked about it. Um, Joseph Michael, thank you for the super chat there. I appreciate that. Am I going to Vegan Dale, New York City this year? I don't know. I'd like to, but it all depends when it is and if anyone else is going and stuff like that. I think I was talking about it with Craig. So, hey, if I'm not out filming my movie around that time, then yeah, maybe I'd like to go. I like to go to all those events. Sabrina driving home and listening to our food talk. Who's snacking right now? Anyone? Is anyone snacking? You're making me hungry, that's for sure. Yeah, it was a while ago. I made the egg salad with chickpeas. If somebody gave me a large amount of money, I'm assuming, to take one sip of alcohol or try a drug, would you do it? Um, Probably not. But I guess it depends how much money that would be and what drug it was. Because I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't take a drug. I've never taken a drug. But if they were going to make me a billionaire, maybe I'd take a sip of alcohol. I don't know. It would never happen. Air fried potato chips, those are good. Yes, I've done that. Chocolate chip. You guys are really making my stomach start to rumble here. All this talk of food. Jolly Llama's vanilla fudge sundae cones. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've had those. Do you remember the drumsticks, the Nutty Buddies from So Delicious? Trader Joe's chocolate chip cookies? Trader Joe's always has some really good stuff. They're always getting new stuff. But what I couldn't find the last time I was there is they had no the aisle was completely different. They didn't even have any like any of the spices. There was no everything but the bagel. It was gone. Oh, AJ, I have those down in my pantry. The everything but the bagel mixed nuts. They have chips too. Nori snacks. I, I'm like, okay, so I hate mushrooms and I hate nori. I don't know. My dogs love it. My dogs will eat it and it'll like stick to their nose because you know when you get it a little bit wet, it sticks and it's so like flimsy and brittle. And they'll be like trying to get it off their nose and it's funny. Well, I think you guys are trying to make me end the stream and go make food because you're making me really hungry. I can kind of do nori when if it's done right with like sushi, but even then, like sometimes, like I start. I don't know if it's like if it's real brittle and crunchy and just I can just chew it up and swallow it and that's fine. But then there's other ones where it's not like that and it's I start gagging on it and I'm like, oh, I can't, I can't chew it and swallow it. The nuts mix with the olives, no, no. But they have a new jar. It's actually a jar of olive tapenade. It's really good. I put it on a sandwich. Make you food too. Here it is. Here's a picture of the food. My favorite sushi is I love inari. You guys have inari? If you haven't, look it up. You got to try inari. I actually have a recipe. I did a recipe video for inari. Yeah, I've tried the Halo Top. I did taste test videos with, I think, with my whole family a few years ago. Thanks, Oren, for joining us. Have a great night. What's up, Julie? Did you ever make that pot pie? Um, Shelly just tried the Trader Joe's vegan tzatziki dip sauce. Nice. Yeah, I did a recipe for Inari. I actually did that video at my brother's house. I got to use his kitchen there. Well, this conversation has been all about food, making me hungry. So, if there's anything, I think a lot of people are going now. It's good night time. I know I started this one a little late. Oh, don't be sorry. It's good to be hungry because then you can look forward to eating. Do I still do calisthenics? Any recommendation where to start? Yes, I do. I do pull-ups and I do push-ups regularly. Um, I would start with if you have a pull-up bar, you could do that. If you have, you can do dips too. I have a dip machine, kind of like a big thing you put together, and I took it apart when I moved out of the last place and came back here. So it's still a part in the garage. But what I do is that steel island in my kitchen, I just slide it up towards the counter, and I'll do dips there. So that's something you can do. Pull-ups is another thing that it's a great workout. Pull-ups are great, and there's several different pull-ups you can do. I have just a really cheap $30 pull-up bar that goes in a door frame. There's different things. You could go to a park and use the jungle gym to do pull-ups and stuff, and you can do the side grip, you can do the close grip. I love doing the close grips, doing those. It works so many different muscles. You can do the wide grip, and then you can do, these aren't actually pull-ups, but they're chin-ups. You can do the chin-ups, and then you can do different push-ups. Now with push-ups, if you can't do a single push-up, then you can do it from your knees, put your knees down and kind of do it, and that'll give you the strength. Do as many as you can like that. That'll give you the strength to be able to do one or two real push-ups. And then when you get to that point, just keep trying it. When I first started doing this, I could only do a few. When I first started the pull-ups, I could do about six pull-ups, and then I just did them I did a certain amount of repetitions, and then I just kind of worked my way up to get in stronger and stronger to be able to do more. And I would do it literally every day, or at least 6 days a week. I mean, I went every single day with doing these, and I would just do different ones each day, so I wasn't tiring myself out. Some people say I work out 4 times a week. Well, I just worked out every day, and I did it for years and years. So if you do close up one day, the next day don't do close up, do a different one. And if you can't do a single pull up, then you use a chair, and you get up, you stand up, and then you slowly let yourself down, and then you stand back on the chair, and you slowly let yourself down again until you can finally do one pull up. Now I started being able to do 6, and then I made my way up to being able to do 10, and then I could do 12, and then 15, and then 20, and then 25, and then 30, and then my record is I did 43 in a row. But I stopped doing it like that because I just felt doing too many. I was hurting my nerves or something. So I cut them way back, and now I usually do repetitions of 12 to 15, and then I might if I do 15, then the next set that I do, I might do 12, and then the next set I might do another 12 or maybe 10. I don't push. I would rather not hurt myself. Don't get hurt, because if you hurt yourself, you're not going to be able to do any pull-ups or push-ups until you rest and recoup. So that happened to me once, and I wasn't able to do them. So just make sure you don't push yourself too much. Just do them. You start doing them every day, you're going to start seeing an increase in strength, and you're going to start seeing results depending on what you're eating, because the real fitness comes in also in the kitchen, what you're eating. So you miss Vago? I do too. I have no more Vago. Well, I have the white chocolate, but I don't have the chocolate Vago. Yeah, but those are some really good exercises to do, and they really work a lot. They work your core. Now, the one thing that people that I don't personally ever do anymore, and I was still able to achieve good results by push-ups and everything, is sit-ups. I did all kinds of sit-ups when I was younger, and all it did was give me lower back pain. So I don't do any kind of sit-ups, because you'd be surprised, pull-ups actually work your core really, really good. Swim the pond. I don't swim in ponds. I don't put my feet in water unless it's a pool. Abs are made in the kitchen. Well, I don't know if they're made in the kitchen, but depends what you're doing in the kitchen. If that's where you work out, then maybe. I've been going out walking my dog really far too. I haven't really been running this. I did run a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really ran that much in the last year. Running is something that I really hate doing. Yeah, the lower back pain was always, part. I had it too. Um, Mostly probably from like years of skateboarding and falling and stuff like that. But and I also had back surgery about 10 years ago. So I don't want to ever do anything to my back again. So I'm very careful not to do that. That's another reason I don't do sit-ups. Standing abs. What are abs? Well, I mean, technically you can show your abs if you are you're under eating and you're not working out at all and you just have no fat on you, you're gonna see abs. Thank you, Ilani, for the super chat. And I'm glad that you enjoyed those the advice for the calisthenics. I did do a couple of videos back years ago of the different workout that I usually do here. I think I did a couple of them, different pull-ups, but basically it's pretty self-explanatory, like I told you. Maybe I'll go running tonight. But if I do go running tonight, I got to do it now before I eat. I don't like running. If I'm gonna run, it's got to be like 4 or 5 hours after I eat. Do I know if there's chapters of straight edgers? Um, there's like there's still a group of people that are straight edge. Like there's a group, there's an Instagram group for straight edge, um, and I know there was Syracuse straight edge, Albany straight edge. I mean, there probably still are different chapters of it. I didn't belong to any. I was just me. I was just this is what I am, straight edge. But I didn't want to be in any group or anything like that. Do what? 11:30? Oh, go for a run. I just took a shower right before I started this live stream. My hair's still drying. Oh, it's dry. Well, guys, if there's no more questions, then maybe we'll get going here. Gotta find something to eat and start editing the video. So D-Rab, I feel like it's not as popular these days to find somebody that, when you say straight edge, you think in 1990s. You don't find too many, at least I haven't heard the term come up. And I don't really, I can't think of any of my friends that are still straight edge. My one friend that was straight edge all these years isn't straight edge anymore, so I don't know. As far as the people that I know, maybe I'm missing somebody, but I think I'm the only one left. A running Insta Live? I don't think I would do that. Yeah, I was talking about doing Twitch again. The reason why I haven't done any of that isn't because I don't want to do it. It's because I've been so busy doing the shot list and the script. That's all I've been doing. And now that I'm done with that, I need to catch up on the videos that I need to put out. We also need to do a movie night. Well, I didn't say I was definitely going yet, but everybody's saying good night, so I guess we are going. Thanks for joining everybody tonight, and it was good talking with you, and we will do this again soon. If not soon, we'll do it definitely next Wednesday. And yeah, and if you just happen to catch me when I do an Instagram live late at night, then you catch me there. So, all right. Have a great night. I'm going to go make some food, or maybe just cut into a watermelon. We'll see you guys later. Watch out for zombies.